Day 2 at the NAB AFL Draft Combine. Hello everyone and welcome back to Etihad Stadium. Matt Thompson here alongside Kevin Sheehan and Mick Ablett, our two draft gurus here at the AFL. And we've had the first results of testing through since we last spoke to you. Lots to talk about, guys. Let's begin with the vertical leap. We saw that yesterday in a new record with Dean Towers from North Ballarat.
Yes, Matty, fantastic effort. In fact, to put it in context, Nick Natanui had the record, was 78 centimetres for the standing vertical jump. Dean Towers has done 85. That's 7 centimetres higher. He's blown the record away. Even the historical record of Trent Crode, so a former player, now Trent, the ex-Hawk, he had 83 centimetres quite a number of years ago, well over a decade ago. So Dean Towers, the new record holder. He's a boy from Colac, didn't come up through the traditional TAC Cup system. The North Ballarat Roosters grabbed him. He's a 22-year-old that's had a terrific year playing for the Roosters this year. That puts him right up there in lights.
All right, what about the running vertical jump, Mick?
Yeah, mate, Kev just mentioned another guy, Nick Natanui record of 102 centimetres in this particular test. Spencer White, he's a kid from the Western Jets, late inclusion into the National Combine. He just fell 2 centimetres short. He jumped 100 centimetres. Guy that can play at both ends of the ground, kicked 35 goals for the year at TAC Cup level, so a very impressive effort from him. Jesse Lonigan's another guy, Tasmanian, little bit of an interrupted season with a knee injury. He's jumped 91, which puts him in the top 10 in this event and backed it up with a 3.01 second 20-metre sprint, so plenty of power from Jess.
All right, more action from today to get to in a moment, but let's turn our attention to the man who really is in the spotlight, the potential #1 draft pick, Lachie Whitfield. We're going to hear from Stephen Silvani, the Giants list manager, in a moment, but just first a word on his performance so far here at the Combine.
Yeah, suffering a bit of fluke coming in, but he did about a 3.15 for his 20 metres. Now, I'll give you a clue. Joel Selwood did about that not that long ago, so that score's quite okay for a guy, not at his absolute peak. You'll see him star in the endurance test as we get into the next couple of days.
Here's Stephen Silvani.
Look, I think he's one of several midfielders that are going to be quality players. I mean, you've got Whitfield, you've got Jack Viney, you've got Ollie Wines, Toumpas, O'Rourke, just to name a few. So any club that gets their hands on those type of players from a midfield perspective would be very happy.
All right, now another real contender is Jimmy Toumpas from South Australia. The suggestion is that he could go maybe #2 in the draft. A quick word on him, Shifter?
Leader, exciting player, plays with so much energy, whether it's through the midfield or across half-back, and great form at senior level, even last year as a youngster.
And there's a lot of interest from a lot of clubs in him as well.
Certainly is. Look, he's the kid that you want to have at your footy club. He's a model kid off the field and one of the hardest working players in the competition at on-field as well.
He's been upstairs talking to a lot of different clubs. Let's hear what he had to say.
I met Brad Scott yesterday, and being a Brisbane supporter, it was surreal looking at him, and he's just chatting to you and he knows who you are. So that's an awesome experience knowing that they actually know who you are. So yeah, definitely I've got a few today and had one yesterday, and I got a few booked for the rest of the week. So it is pretty daunting. Seeing the coaches there, you see them on TV and stuff like that, and then you've got them in your face asking you questions. So it is a bit of good experience, but I guess it's what you got to do, I guess. Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the action on the floor today. We've already alluded to the 20-metre sprints. These were sensational to watch, Kevin.
And it was another Sard. Last year it was Ahmed Sard. This is Adam Sard for the Calder Cannons. Did a 2.81. To put that in context again, top 2% of all time. He flew. This guy's about a 178, small defender or forward, can stand up on their shoulders as well. A remarkable effort from him. And Kurt Heatherley, one of our internationals, the boy from New Zealand that Hawthorn will be very, very happy today that they've signed. He's been outstanding to date in this. He showed great form playing at TAC Cup level later in the year. He did a 2.84. That is elite quick for a guy of 195 centimetres. So great news there for the Hawks.
What about the agility tests just over here where we're standing at the moment?
Yeah, the agility, Matty, was the son of former Footscray player Mark Hunter, Lachie Hunter. He ran an 8.04, which was by far the quickest time of the day. Backed it up with another good time after that. Had a slight slip in there, but geez, he was flying around the circuit.
Now, we've been speaking about our internationals here at this year's Combine. Really impressive stuff to see them in action today. Of course, we met some of the American guys yesterday, in particular Eric Wallace. We'll talk about him in a moment, but I want to hear now from Yoshi Harris. He's actually from Nauru and was telling us today about the conditions that he's grown up with in terms of football. Of course, he spent the past 12 months playing in New South Wales. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
Oh, it is a big thing. It is a big thing now already that I'm here in the draft camp. But just to be the first ever Nauruan to play AFL would be like a very big thing. Yeah. Well, we only have like one ground, and we take like AFL like seriously. Like it comes like every week like on the TV. But the thing is, we don't have like good grounds. We play on gravel, so yeah, it's not really good.
Yoshi Harris there. It's a really inspirational story, actually, Kevin.
Oh, fantastic. He loves the game as much as anyone from Australia does. The Isle of Nauru love the game, and he's got a great passion for it. We've seen him play some excellent footy representing the South Pacific in our under-age championships.
Yeah, he's making big news in Nauru right now. Now let's talk about the American boys. They were really impressive to watch, particularly in the 20-metre sprints.
Well, you've seen a couple of them right up. BJ Sherrill now, this is a boy that's 196 centimetres. They don't get over the ground normally this quick, 2.88. That's super elite. He's a flying machine. Context again, Nick Revolt, he was 2.92, so he's a yard or two quicker over the 20 metres. Very, very good to watch. And our friend Eric Wallace too, he's been a star right throughout, 2.90. So again, flying machine for a guy of that size. Over 100 kilos he is.
Mick, just quickly, you've been talking obviously to a lot of the recruiters and the people who are here in the stands, having a look at all of this talent. That's what this is obviously all about. What are you hearing about the international guys? I mean, what are the prospects for these, the likes of Wallace? What's going to happen? A chance to be picked up?
Absolutely. There is genuine excitement in the place about these internationals. I think we all saw on the weekend what Mike Pike did for the game. You know, who would have thought that Mike Pike stays on the ground and Shane Mumford gets subbed out of a grand final? So he's living proof it can be done, and these are some of the best athletes we've seen at the Combine. No doubt about it. That's why the excitement's there. These guys are up to it.
All right, we've got about 30 seconds left, Kevin. Let's run through some other standouts from today.
Well, I love Tim Membry. Call him solid as a rock. He's got the footy performance on the board. He starred on this oval in the TAC Cup final where he kicked 4. He had 8 in the preliminary final, and today he was really good. 2.99 for the 20 metres for a big, strong Taylor Walker type. Loved his workout, and he's grown a little bit. He's nearly 190, so that puts him in the tall forward category. And love the work of Jack Martin. Jack Martin's in the mini draft, so this will be decided as soon as next Monday. We've called him the flying machine. He proved that today with his quick speed over the 20, the 2.96. So look for the Indigenous Jack Martin in the mini draft.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We will catch up again tomorrow. There is lots happening here on afl.com.au when it comes to the Combine. You can read all about it online from our team of reporters, so make sure you click back soon.